Hey everybody, it's Reynold here. I want to give you a real quick update here. We're looking at the back of Kid City, all that colorful building over there. This is a city road that's in front of us right here. You can see our signage here, and if you want to pause it, you can have a read of what everyone reads when they come into the park. I'm going to try and make this real quick. And down to the right here, we have 5 acres. 2 acres of which will be a lake, and then a childhood disability facility, 2 high-tech classrooms. It's going to be a spectacular phase 2. We're into phase 1 right now. Back here you can see this is behind Kid City, and of course the parking lot in front of me. We've hired welders from Kampala that have done a lot of metal work. You can see there, that's our front door of the library and the windows for the library, and these are trusses and things of that nature. They're painting them as well, but it's a beautiful area here that will be covered later this year. I believe the donation will come in to cover this whole area here for people to gather here. And then of course the sitting area is down here, 500 seats. Way over in the distance there, that's where the lake will be at the bottom. But just on the other side here will be netball. It's a very popular sport for girls. We'd love to put in a huge tent down there. Going down the side of basketball here, we want to have locker rooms, as well as at the end some toilets and showers. We want to put lights in here this year as well, Lord willing, if we can do that. Off in the distance you can see the fitness center, nothing's changed there. And as well in this open space behind basketball will be where volleyball will be, but there's not much to see there either. I want to give you an update on what we are doing. Let me head over to the amphitheater right in front, okay? Here is the amphitheater on my left, the back of it, the balcony. In front, I'll take you over to Kid City. I'll tell you what that big building is in a moment. And I think you've seen our playground here before. We want to cover this whole facility, the seating area, with a big tent. You can see the guys are working here. We're going to put a garden in here. But we had to do that because of this right here. We're putting in a post to hold up the big tent that's going to cover all of this seating area. You can see on the grass, we have already the base for the poles that'll be going in. And of course, you've been in this amphitheater via video before. It's spectacular. But look over here. We're putting in another balcony to increase the capacity of this facility, but also the comfort for people to be out of the sun with the tent that'll be all over the seating area. And this is the main walkway in. And there is Kid City. Check this out. The size of this is 22 meters by about 10 meters wide. This will hold 300 children for children's ministry here. And then of course, the blue building is the discovery zone for the sciences. The green building is for computers. Of course, the red building is the Lake Mount Worship Center Children's Chapel. The purple is the games room. And then the Crosswalk Children's Movie Theater in blue. Then we have this red art center. And this big yellow building here is Building Blocks for Kids, supported by that organization out of Texas. And this is for young engineers. They're going to be so excited to be in there playing with Lego blocks, which I know a lot of you have loved in the past, and your children have loved it. I'm really pumped and excited about this next room. This is the library going in. 2,500 square feet. The roof is going on right now. We have the welders, as I mentioned, up from Kampala. We have our own crew, as you know, but some jobs we need to bring people in to do some serious welding. And there's the entrance, of course, for Building Blocks for Kids. So we're really excited about this. Let me hustle real quick up here. I want to show you because perhaps you've seen our playground before, but when we have a big event taking place, we could have 1,000, 2,000 children here. We've had over 2,000 children here at one time. And when we release them to go play in the playground, they swarm it. You can't even see the playground. So we decided, you know what, especially for those big days, we need to build another playground. So that's what this is right over here. We already have the barrier that'll hold in the sand. And all of this, a new playground's coming in April 2025. So we're really excited to add more playgrounds here. But again, here is this beautiful playground. During construction hours, we don't allow children to come in. But pretty soon they'll be coming in because it's getting on 5 o'clock here soon. So let me come on up here. I'll walk quickly. You can see our 24,000 liter tank. And off in the distance, we have the pump house. You'll see it better when I get around the corner. These are the children's toilets here. Boys on the left, then the girls, and then a storeroom on the right, hand washing stations on the outside. Here's another view I want you to see of the Worship Arts Center that I showed you earlier, the big grass thatched area, and the future playground that will be populating with playground equipment and kids eventually. But what we'll do in the Worship Arts Center is perhaps several times a day we could blow a whistle or ring a bell and the kids will sprint for the Worship Arts Center, and there we'll have our discipleship program called the Power Truths, where the kids can engage in that, sing, dance, learn scripture, but also get a candy. So it's so close to the playground we can really gather people. We're feeling. So let me keep going here. Work is being done on the children's soccer field, you can see, making sure our levels are good. Again, here's the tower, 24,000 liters, and then off in the distance you can see the pump house there. And these are the community taps here. We got some jerry cans, but the people are not here just yet. Several times a day, probably well over 100 people come in here from the surrounding area to get their water, perhaps even more than that. So it's a huge blessing because water is not free here. Even if you got a borehole or a hand pump, people have to pay money into like a cooperative in case the pump gets broken. But we're just supplying that for them. So I won't go all the way over there, but what I'll do is head over in this direction. I'll take you up in the tower. Spectacular little shade hut here with pavers. We're hoping to get a paver machine because we've only done about 10% of the pavers that we need, and these are very costly when we can make them for half the price. So here we are again, heading this way. Here's one of our foremen, Gulu. Hello, Gulu. We got some great workers here. Probably about 1/3 of our work crew are women. So here you can see the wooden structure that is phenomenal, respecting the culture here. We've got the grass thatch going. It's teak wood flooring and railings and eucalyptus poles. So children will be able to go in this area to get to the top of the slide, and they'll slide all the way down here, about 17 meters, 3 slides. Or this will take you right up into the structure. This will allow you to walk around the side of the structure, and you can even see we have a path going up so people can come in the back way. So let me go up here, take you to the top. Great view. There was no mountain here before. But we kind of built this. We call it Play Mountain. So back a few years ago when we were moving a lot of dirt, we built up this knowing that we needed a divider, because from the very top of our property to the very bottom of our property, there's about a 17-meter drop. And so we wanted to build the park in plateaus so that you can see a plateau right here. This is the 4th basketball court, and behind it will be volleyball, but it's in that grass area there. You can see our fence line all across the top. In the far right and coming down the side will be the football stadium. We'd love to have like a 6,000 seat football stadium. There's nothing more important to people in Uganda or in Africa than soccer. That is their favorite pastime, their favorite sport. So we're really excited about this tower that is lifted up by beautiful gardens of God's creation. We have our security guard here. He stays in the tower. We've got other security guards. Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you. Here's a great view for you. Again, the new playground area is on the right there, and then you can see the big grass thatched Worship Arts Center for music, singing, dance, drama, musical instruments. It's going to be extremely well used and really loved because most of the population here are young people. Average age in Canada and America is 38. Here in Uganda, it's age 16. Up here in the north, it's even younger than that. Now, I want to point out over here, I pointed out already basketball to you and the fitness center there, but to the left of the fitness center, we want to put a youth games room. A lot of young people want to play pool. They want to shoot pool. But the only place you go and can go to shoot pool are in bars. So we want to have like 4 pool tables, ping pong tables, dartboards, some card tables, no gambling, card tables, And that'll be right back in there. And then just in front of it, behind this white tarpaulin covered, it's covering grass for our upcoming grass thatch roofs, will be a 5-on-5 corporate league soccer pitch, soccer field that'll be smaller, like only 40 meters by maybe 25 meters, and it's all caged in. It's quite popular. Toilet will be put over here as well, and so we're really excited to see what God is doing here. But this is phase one. We hope to open phase one in December and have a celebration of phase one, the grand opening of phase one. Now you see one big hut in front of you. We're going to have 4 huts in the gathering place that are attached to the restaurant, and covered walkways. People can eat there, tables, chairs, study there, whatever they want to do. It'll be all through here, 4 different huts attached there. So that's a real quick overview of what's going on here at the park. That is the latest. So God bless you folks. Thanks for tuning in and getting the latest on what God is doing here in Gulu, Uganda. Kathy and I are privileged and really love what God's called us to do. I don't know if you can tell, we're really excited about it. Thank you to all of our partners as well in support, our leadership, our board, such an excellent international board from Canada and the United States that are the strength to keeping this moving forward. Kathy and I are on the front lines, and that's where God has called us to be. And we have many people holding us up in prayer, financially supporting this. And because of you, it's happening. We've had major events. Kids are coming in on the weekends now, and families are coming in. And it's just an expression of God's love and an answer to prayer of the people here that have suffered greatly in northern Uganda for many years. This is going to be a huge blessing. All right, from Gulu, God bless. Bye for now.